This is episode number 6, How to Quiet Negative Noise. Welcome to Alive by Design. My name is Blake Mallon, and we're here to bring you inspiring people, principles, and practices to help you wake up, move toward your meant to, and feel fully alive. Open your mind and let's dive in. Hey guys, before you listen to the podcast, I just want to drop in and say I appreciate you for being here, and I'm super excited about this new Walk With Me series. These are solo episodes where I take some time in the middle of my morning run through the Santa Monica Mountains to share some inspired ideas and thoughts on my mind and heart. If you want to join me for any of these conversations live, you can catch me many mornings on my Facebook page, facebook.com/BlakeMallon.page. Would love to see you there. Love you guys. Enjoy the episode.
Morning, everyone. Walk with me for a few minutes as we take a walk together this beautiful morning out here in the Santa Monica Mountains, out getting some exercise, some fresh air. First and foremost, I'm wishing all of you and your family and your loved ones health, safety, sanity, happiness during this time. And ask you a question, how you feeling? Seriously, like quick check-in, how you feeling? Give me one word this morning as you're waking up to maybe one of the most interesting times we've all lived. How you feeling this morning? Have a question on my mind this morning, my mind and my heart. Want to have a conversation on, want to give some tips that are helping me personally. And the question is, what are you doing right now to combat all the negativity that we're being bombarded with? Serious question, and that's what I want to talk about today, is what are we doing to combat negativity? I mean, right now we're in kind of a tough time, right? I don't want to minimize it by any means. Like, it's a real situation, and we're getting hit with just bad news, right? Negative news all day long, which means we're kind of in an interesting state where we are surrounded by more negative news probably than maybe any period in our life, and we're getting hit in more ways than maybe we've ever been hit before. So it's kind of a real question. What are you doing about it to kind of combat the constantly negative news? And maybe we can have a conversation. I'm going to share with you guys, there's 7 things that I'm personally doing that I've learned over the years that I'm implementing every single day. Kind of 7, you can call them tips or hacks or daily habits that I'm personally committing to every day just to keep my mind right, just to keep my health right. So here's 7 things that are working for me. I want to share with you in hopes to add some value and maybe make today a little better, tomorrow a little better, and the foreseeable future. As we battle this together, we get through this together, we rise through this together a little bit better. First thing, number 1, make the first sentence you say when you wake up in the morning and the last sentence you say before you go to bed start with thank you for. It's a simple one, guys, but it's super powerful, and I'm being literal. Like, the first words out of your mouth, the first thoughts in your brain, instantly when you wake up, whether it's when the alarm goes up or you're waking up naturally right now, the very first thing going through your mind, thank you for. And then fill in the blank with as many things that come to your heart in that moment. First, eyes open, and right before your eyes shut, every single day. You guys see, that's waking up and ending the day in a frequency of gratitude, in a feeling of appreciation. And you'll find that it sets your state right for the day. It instantly sets your mind in a certain place. You instantly get a feeling as soon as you start answering that question. And it's super powerful. So that's a tip number 1. Thank you for. Number 2, use music to control your mood. This is a super easy one, guys, right? What are some songs that as soon as they come on, your body gets like a visceral reaction, like you get an emotional feeling, like you instantly go back to some state, right, or some location you were in where that got like biologically conditioned in your DNA, right, to elicit some sort of happy response. The response could be happiness or energy or a smile or a reminiscence, something positive, something that controls your state. We all have those triggers, what they would be called in psychology, that have become songs of our life. What are some of those songs? Matter of fact, fire some comments below on some of the songs. As soon as they come on, you don't have to tell me why. You don't have to tell me the story unless you want. But they trigger an emotion. Fire them below. Maybe we'll get a good playlist going. But it's different for each of us, and it's personal to you. And you guys can use that every single day. And it's an easy way to kind of change your state, change your move almost instantly by tapping into a trigger we all already have from the past using music. I prefer to set my alarm clock, not to an annoying ringer. Please don't use the ringer. Please don't use your iPhone, right? But to a song that you have a positive association to. So the first thing you're waking up in the morning, as you're doing the thank you saying, first thing, you get a feeling, right, of a song. You already asked, what am I listening to right now? Some of you guys maybe saw my post a little while back. I met Andy Grammer for the very first time, introduced to him as a person through my business partner, Brian Underwood, at our Epic event a little over a month ago, and had a chance to hear his music for the first time. And I love it. It's just like positive energy, optimism, have such a great connection to it. So I'm waking up to him. And you guys, it's not just about mornings. You can use those throughout the day. If you need a state change, if you need a mood change, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling aggravated, if you're feeling frustrated, don't sit there and wallow in it by yourself, right? It's so easy today, right? Just go to your Spotify, go to your music, call Alexa, ask Siri, wherever your music source is, and say, hey, play this. It'll instantly change your state. So number 2, use music to set the mood. Number 3, right here. Move. Make sure you're moving every single day. It can be hard when we're kind of contained in small, right, kind of isolated proximity here, but you gotta move. I'm a fan of getting outside. Obviously, maintain your safety and your social distancing. Be careful what you touch. Follow the guidelines. You don't want to put yourself or those around you at risk. But get outside and move. Doesn't mean you can't get outside and move, right? So it can be walking around the block. It could be going for a stroll with the family, right? It could be going for a quick run. It could be sitting inside and just doing some workouts. There's so many trainers right now doing like online workouts you can plug into and follow along and create community. I talk with Italy every single day because of our community over there, and it's been awesome to watch the communities across Europe that are in kind of very tight quarters, a lot of balconies, all come outside on their balcony at the same time every day and do these community workouts right on their balcony. But you got to get out and move. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure your self-care, your own health, and your exercise maintains a priority during this time. Now's not the time to let it slip. Now's the time, right, to make it better. So number 3, get out there and move. Number 4, here's an easy one. Just breathe. Breathe. If you find yourself in a place where there's just too much, you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to pause for a moment. Just stop what you're doing and breathe. And you guys, you can do that any way that feels right to you, but a simple pause and focusing on your breath has a way to snap you out of that negative state and get you back to centered. Now, I'll teach you guys a really simple one. There's a million different breathing experts out there, and I'm not one of them. I've listened to a lot of them. I learned from a lot of them. I'll teach you a really simple exercise that works for me. It actually came from some Navy SEALs. This is what they train Navy SEALs when they're in like intense situations in the middle of combat or dire scenarios, and their physical body is getting the best of them, and they got to get their head right, and they got to get back to centered, right? And what they call it is boxed breathing. And it's really simple. Boxed breathing is just 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold, right? So it'd be breathing in 4 seconds, holding 4 seconds, breathing out 4 seconds through your mouth, holding 4 seconds. And then repeat. Breathe in 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. Out 4 seconds through your mouth. Hold 4 seconds. You guys do that for a couple minutes. You can do that at any point in the day. You can do it sitting in your office, sitting in your chair, right? Stepping outside, in the shower, wherever you need to do. But box breathing is a great way to snap yourself out of a negative state. Get yourself back to centered. Reset your body on a lot of different ways, both mentally and physically. And it's something so simple, and you can do it in a couple minutes. Obviously, a deeper extension of breath work would be diving into meditation. right? And there's a ton of different resources out there that you can do. Guided meditations, Headspace is a great app. There's a lot of people out there that are leading live meditations all throughout virtual right now. I've been a big fan of TM, that's Transcendental Meditation. I've been a student of that for almost over 2 years now. I do it consistently every single day, and I have for the last 2 years. So if you want to go deeper, you can look into meditation, but just breathing as a very first step, right, would be a simple one. So, there's 4 tips. Let's keep going. How about learning something new and sharing it? That's an easy way, guys, to get out of a negative state. Right now, we're all looking for new. We're all looking for education. We all want to be informed. We also have maybe some time that we could be pouring ourselves into learning a new skill, learning, right, a new belief, learning, right, some new information. And the key about learning, guys, is not to learn just to keep, right? That's no fun. It's learn so you can share, right? Much like I'm doing right now. I've learned information. I'm sharing information. We can all be advocates, right, and messengers of a good message out there to share with the world. So that's an easy way to snap your state. Learn something new. That progress, that growth, right, is something that you're going to find fulfillment out of. It helps combat negativity, and then share it. And the act of sharing does 2 things. Number 1 is it makes that information your own, right? It takes it from theoretical or conceptual, where you got it from, and it makes it yours. But it does something even better, is it impacts other people besides just you. So learn something new and share it, right? So that'd be 5. How about number 6? Here's number 6. Make sure you have something on the calendar or on your schedule that you're looking forward to. Guys, this has been proven in a lot of psychological studies around happiness, that one of the things that will help with a happiness level or a happiness state is always having something you're looking forward to. And that can't happen by default. That only happens by design right now, which means you got to consciously schedule something that you are looking forward to, right? And that something could be something really simple, right? Maybe you schedule a Zoom dinner with your family or friends, right? Tomorrow night at a certain time. Or maybe there's something that you love, right? And you play the game with yourself that after you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to let yourself do this. And that's something you look forward to. You got to have something that you're looking forward to in order to get through, right? So, and it's got to be by design. So what is something you're looking forward to right now? What is something you can put on a calendar right now? And make sure once you have that off the list and you've done it and you feel good, you schedule something else. You have something else that you're looking forward to. So we're always playing that game of something on the calendar ahead of us that we can look forward to. So that's number 6. So last one, I'll give you a last one. Number 7, okay? 7 tips, 7 hacks, 7 tools to help combat constantly negative news, right? Raise our happiness level during this time. I think number 7 would have to be protect your bits. And no, that's not what I'm saying. Protect your bits. What I mean by bits is the bits of information that we're allowing in to our filter, into our mind, our body, our thoughts, right? I won't go through a whole training here. Maybe I'll do a separate session on some upcoming lives. But the short version is, studies say that at any given moment, there's about 2 million bits of information that are around us, which means we have 2 million options of what we take in, but our brain can't handle all of that. Matter of fact, the best that science says is our brain can only handle about 134 bits. So there's 2 million out there, but our brain only takes in 134. And it's called our RAS, or our reticular activating system. That's our mental filter that decides what of the 2 million that we decide to take in, that 134. But the punchline of how this thing works is those 134, the filter, right, that makes its selection. It's kind of like the spam settings on your inbox, but for your brain, is it's programmed to attract the bits of information that harmonize most with your current belief system. Seek and you shall find, right? If you look, you'll find what you're looking for, right? Those all mean this concept right here. And what that means, guys, is we got to protect the bits because it can create a loop. If we're constantly surrounded by negativity, what we're doing is we're programming our RAS to find more negativity. And we get stuck in this loop of negativity leading to more negativity, leading to more negativity, leading to more negativity. And pretty soon we become negative people. And then our state changes and our emotion change. And then, God forbid, our health and it changes. Like in this environment, guys, we can't have that. We need to be in top physical health right now, all of us, which means you got to start with mental health, which means you got to protect your bits. You got to mine the information that you're letting up here, protect your filter. Yes, you got to be informed. Yes, we got to go out there and, find the information so we can stay prepared and, protective of ourselves and people we love. But we also got to protect our bits because if you allow too much of that in there, it can create a downward loop, a death spiral, right? Of negativity breeding negativity in you and others. So protect your bits. Okay, mind your filter, find sources of information. And you guys, there's 7 things that are working for me that are kind of every one of those daily habits that I'm personally applying, my family's applying, and I wanted to share with you to maybe inspire you to apply some or all of those. But you tell me, are any of those things that add value? Are any of those things you're already doing? Are any of those things that say, yeah, that's like a great idea that you're going to add to your daily habits starting today? Let me know what you got from this. And hey, back to my original question, if there's anything you're doing that I didn't cover that you're finding effective to combat negativity right now, constantly negative news. And hey, you guys, one of the things I said is learn something new and share it with others. If you learned something new and you got value from this, share it with others. Go ahead and press share. Let's be messengers, guys, of light. Let's be messengers of positivity. We're in this together. We'll get through this together. I believe we can get through this, better together. In a time where many are expected to fall, I believe we can rise. And I don't want to minimize, again, everybody that's fighting the virus and fighting to find out what we need to do to get through the virus. But the rest of us, you guys, we got to do our part to step up our level of leadership, be positive messengers, and help all of us through this time together because we are in this together. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Health, safety to you and your families. Comment below. I'll read all the comments. Please share. I'll look for your feedback. And I'm going to go ahead and continue my walk. You guys have an amazing day. And hey, let me know if you apply any of these. Would love to know if they help.
Hey guys, one last thing. I'm super excited that this new podcast, Alive by Design, just went live, and I want to celebrate by giving away $500 cash to 5 lucky winners over the first 5 weeks. You see, I designed the show to bring you inspired thoughts and fascinating conversations with the world's most impactful people, to provide transformative principles and practices to help you wake up, move toward your meant to, and feel fully alive. And I'd love for you to help me spread the word now. So to enter the giveaway, follow 3 simple steps. Step 1, simply subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on this platform right now. Step 2, find this giveaway video post on my Instagram @BlakeMallon or my Facebook or LinkedIn profile and share it to your Instagram story or your Facebook and LinkedIn profile. When all done, simply comment "alive" and tag 3 friends on that same post. Weekly winners will be chosen randomly and announced publicly on my Instagram and Facebook story each of the first 5 Saturdays after launch. Would really appreciate your support, so if I've ever given you value, please do me this personal favor and go subscribe now. And if you found today's episode helpful in any way, make sure you share this with at least one friend today. You have the power right now to change someone's day. So send them a text message with a link to alivebydesign.com or simply copy and paste the link right from this podcast platform. Who's one person you know right now that you want to see succeed, that you want to see grow, that you want to see feel more alive? Shoot them a text with your largest takeaway from today and be a light in their day. And if you were referred here by a friend, make sure you shoot them a text back and say thank you. I'd love to hear from you directly on what you got from today's podcast. So if you're up for it, drop by my Instagram @BlakeMallon and shoot me a DM. And as always, thank you for showing up. I'm grateful for you. And I hope our time together today in some small way helped you feel a little more alive. Until next time.